strong detergents to clean everything out. And when you do that, and you have an older transmission that has deposits built up in them, particles in the fluid will help the plates stick a little bit better. And if you totally flush them with new fluid, now the transmission may start slipping. It can strip everything loose all at once, and you get chunks floating around in there that can actually cause more problems than good.
Did you know one small habit could destroy your car's transmission in a matter of weeks? Most drivers have no idea they're doing exactly this every single day. Stick around as we expose the top 10 everyday mistakes millions make that silently kill their automatic car, and the simple fixes to save you thousands. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. Number 1, shifting to reverse or park while still moving. Picture this, you're pulling into a parking spot, running late, and you quickly throw the gear into reverse or park without fully stopping. Seems harmless, but inside your transmission, chaos. This action forces gears to abruptly counter their current motion, creating intense stress on the internal mechanisms. Over time, this strains components like the parking pawl and causes accelerated wear that can lead to costly repairs, or even complete failure. According to auto experts, this habit is one of the fastest ways to ruin your transmission, and repairs often exceed $2,000. The solution? Simple. Always come to a full stop before shifting gears. It may take an extra second, but it can save you thousands. Now let's talk about another destructive habit you might not even notice. Number 2, resting your hand on the gear selector. You're driving along, one hand on the wheel, the other resting on the gear selector. Feels natural, right? But here's the problem. This seemingly harmless habit actually puts continual stress on the selector forks inside your transmission. These small internal components are designed for precise movements, not to bear the weight of an entire hand. Over time, this unnecessary pressure leads to uneven wear, gear slippage, or the dreaded possibility of complete gearbox failure. Mechanics frequently attribute avoidable transmission issues, especially in older cars, to this common practice. Repairs, they're anything but cheap. The fix, however, costs nothing. Keep both hands on the wheel or rest your hand elsewhere. Not only does it spare your transmission, but it's also a safer driving habit overall. Speaking of damage, let's talk about what happens when you overlook your transmission's lifeblood.
We're going to talk about how to check your automatic transmission fluid. We're under the hood of my 1990 Chevrolet pickup truck. Make sure it seats all the way down. Pull it out, and now you can take your reading. All right, you can see that my transmission fluid's only coming up to here, so don't add a full quart if you're down here. You can add transmission fluid a little bit at a time, but if you put too much in, it's really difficult to get out.
Number 3, ignoring transmission fluid changes. Think of transmission fluid as the lifeblood of your car. Just like ignoring your health can lead to serious consequences, neglecting fluid changes puts your entire transmission at risk. Over time, the fluid degrades, losing its ability to lubricate moving parts and keep temperatures under control. Without proper lubrication, your transmission overheats, leading to worn-out components and irreversible damage. Imagine it like a clogged artery. Your transmission works harder, gets hotter, and eventually fails. And the repair bill? Frequently upwards of $3,000. Experts recommend changing the fluid every 30,000 to 60,000 miles, depending on your vehicle's design. Skipping this maintenance isn't worth the risk. Regular fluid changes cost very little compared to replacing a transmission. But what if the fluid is already dirty or low? Let's tackle that next. Number 4, driving with low or dirty transmission fluid. Driving with low or dirty transmission fluid is like forcing your car to run a marathon without water. Transmission fluid not only lubricates the intricate gears inside, but also helps regulate heat. When the fluid level drops or becomes contaminated, heat builds up rapidly, and critical components start grinding against each other. This accelerates wear and leads to expensive failures. Mechanics often see vehicles with burned out clutches or fried transmission parts caused by neglected or insufficient fluid. It's a preventable disaster, especially in high mileage cars where fluid degradation is more common. Experts confirm dirty or low fluid is a leading culprit behind premature transmission failure. The solution is simple. Regular fluid checks and timely top-offs can prevent a $4,000 transmission replacement. Now let's shift gears to a common downhill mistake. Number 5, riding the brakes on long downhills. Long downhill drives can feel like a balancing act, and many drivers mistakenly rely heavily on their brakes to maintain control. This constant braking creates excessive heat in your brake system, which can cause your brake pads to wear out faster, or in extreme cases lead to total brake failure. What most drivers don't realize is that this habit also places additional strain on your transmission, as it's forced to compensate for the overuse of the brakes. Experts recommend using engine braking instead, which involves shifting to a lower gear. This reduces the load on both the brakes and the transmission by letting the engine help control the car's speed. So next time you're descending, trust your car's engineering to handle the job efficiently. Number 6, revving the engine before shifting into drive. You're sitting at a red light feeling impatient. Out of habit, you rev the engine for that satisfying roar before shifting into drive. But here's the problem. That sudden surge of power isn't just loud, it's destructive. When you rev in neutral and then engage drive, you send a jolt of unregulated power through the transmission system. This creates excessive strain on internal components, especially the torque converter, which is designed for smooth power transitions, not sharp jolts. Over time, this habit takes a significant toll. A failed torque converter doesn't just impact performance, it often requires a replacement that can cost over $2,000 in parts and labor. Avoid revving altogether and let your engine idle. Now, let's talk about towing. Number 7, towing in the wrong gear without a cooler. Towing puts immense strain on your transmission, and doing so in the wrong gear without a cooler is a recipe for disaster. When towing heavy loads, the transmission generates excessive heat as it struggles to cope with the added resistance. This heat causes the transmission fluid to degrade, reducing its ability to lubricate and protect internal components. Over time, this leads to premature wear or complete transmission failure. Mechanics see it all the time in poorly prepared vehicles. Using a transmission cooler helps control this heat, with experts noting it can lower operating temperatures by up to 50%, significantly improving transmission longevity. Pair that with using the correct gear, typically a lower one, to ensure efficient operation. A small investment now prevents enormous repair bills later. Now let's address another costly habit lurking at every stoplight. Number 8, constantly launching from a stop like it's a race. Launching your car from every stoplight like it's a race might feel exhilarating, but it's secretly wreaking havoc on your transmission. The sudden burst of power puts critical components like clutch packs and bands under intense stress, forcing them to endure impacts they aren't designed for. Over time, this aggressive strain causes overheating, friction, and accelerated wear, leading to premature failure. Mechanics often see vehicles driven this way needing costly repairs, with damage to torque converters and degrading transmission fluid being common. Worse still, many warranties won't cover failures caused by aggressive driving habits. Smooth, steady acceleration significantly reduces stress, protecting your car's gearbox and improving fuel efficiency. Ease up at the stoplight. It saves your car and your wallet in the long run. Number 9, neglecting warning lights and strange noises. That warning light on your dashboard isn't just there for decoration, it's your car's way of warning you about potential trouble. Ignoring it, along with strange noises like grinding, clunking, or whining, often means you're missing the chance to catch a small problem before it turns into a disaster. Mechanics report repair bills frequently exceeding $5,000 for drivers who disregard early warning signs. Addressing the issue as soon as it arises can save you up to 80% on repair costs. Your car's signals aren't suggestions, they're safeguards designed to protect both you and your wallet. Finally, let's address fluid mistakes. Number 10, using the wrong transmission fluid type. Not all transmission fluids are created equal. Using the wrong type can quickly turn into a costly mistake for your car. Transmission fluid relies on specific additives and viscosity designed for each vehicle. An incompatible fluid won't lubricate or cool properly, leading to overheating, slipping gears, or even total transmission failure. Mechanics often find damaged seals and internal components, with some repairs topping $3,000, all because of the wrong fluid. Modern transmissions are especially picky, requiring advanced synthetic formulations for their unique demands. Older cars, on the other hand, may need entirely different fluids. Mixing them can trigger chemical reactions that worsen the damage. Always check your owner's manual or consult a trusted mechanic. This simple step protects your transmission from disaster. Every small habit behind the wheel contributes to your car's future, good or bad. The mistakes we've covered today, from neglecting fluid changes to ignoring warning lights, can silently destroy your transmission over time. These seemingly harmless practices often snowball into expensive repair bills, sometimes totaling thousands of dollars. Take control of your car's health now by making these changes today. You'll avoid avoidable breakdowns tomorrow. Remember, your car isn't just transportation, it's an investment. Treat it like one and it'll repay you.